2,000 years ago, a working man named Hilarion wrote a letter home to his pregnant wife. The letter survives. You can read it. It is warm, even affectionate. He sends his love. He promises to send money. And then, in the same breath, if the baby is a boy, keep him. If it is a girl, throw her out. Nobody who read that letter would have blinked. In this world, the philosophers called pity a disease of the soul. Rome even stamped mercy on its coins. Clementia, the clemency of Caesar. But that kind of mercy only ever flowed one way, downward, from the throne, a favor of the strong. So on a hillside in Galilee, when the king reached the 5th line of his list, it must have sounded like a joke.
Happy are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy.
The merciful, Eliamun, and notice first what the word is not. It is not a feeling. It is not pity from a safe distance. When Matthew wants to describe what happens inside Jesus at the sight of a crowd, he uses a blunter word, splanchnisomai, moved in the guts. Mercy is compassion that gets its hands dirty. And here is the strange thing about Eliamun. In the whole New Testament, the word appears exactly twice. This is the first time. Remember that. The second one is coming. But read the promise again, because it is easy to hear a deal in it. Show mercy, and God will owe you some. Kindness as a wage. Except that reading collapses the moment you press on it. You cannot buy grace. That would not be mercy. That would be commerce. No. The Beatitude is not a price list. It is a description of a current. Mercy received becomes mercy given. And Jesus told a story about a man standing outside that current. A servant owed his king 10,000 talents, 60 million days' wages. A debt so absurd it used the biggest number the language had. And the king simply canceled it. All of it. On his way out of the room, that same servant met a colleague who owed him 100 days' pay, took him by the throat, and had him thrown into prison. The numbers are the point. 600,000 to 1. A man who has truly been forgiven, a mountain does not choke his neighbor over a pebble. So if no mercy flows out of a life, the story asks one uncomfortable question. Did any ever really land on it? Because now watch mercy move once the king comes down the hill. In this gospel, mercy is not a theory. It is a shout. 2 blind men in the road. Have mercy on us. A foreign mother with a sick daughter. Have mercy on me. A father whose boy keeps falling into the fire. Lord, have mercy. 4 times in this book, someone shouts that word at Jesus from the roadside. And 4 times, the man the crowds are following stops walking. The religious found it embarrassing. When they complained that he was eating with tax collectors and sinners, he reached for their own scriptures. Go and learn what this means. I desire mercy, not sacrifice. Go and learn. That is how you speak to a first-year student. He said it to the faculty. And of the 4 Gospels, only Matthew keeps that sentence. He keeps it twice. As if to say, miss this, and you have missed everything. Which brings us back to the word. Eliamun appears twice in the New Testament. The first time is here, on the hill. The second time, it is not describing a citizen of the kingdom at all. It is a title. Near the end of the book, Jesus himself is called our merciful high priest. The word from the hillside lands on the king. On his last road to Jerusalem, he told his friends plainly why he was going. The Son of Man came to give his life as a ransom for many. And minutes later, 2 blind beggars started up the old shout, and the whole crowd told them to be quiet. And the man walking to his own execution stopped in the road. The philosophers had it exactly backwards. Mercy is not the disease of a weak soul. It is what strength looks like on its way to a cross.
Happy are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy.
Near the back of the book, there is a line that sounds like this beatitude grown up. Mercy triumphs over judgment, and the shout from the Jericho Road never died out. The church picked it up and has been praying it ever since. Kyrie Ellison, Lord, have mercy, which tells you what this beatitude was never about. It was never a wage you earn. It is a current you stand in. It starts at the throne, it runs downhill through a cross, and it reaches everyone who stops pretending they do not need it. The merciful are not the strong being kind to the weak. They are the drenched passing it on.